Amazon seller, how's it going? Rafael here from Share Studio. Today we're gonna be talking about Amazon Storefront. So in this Amazon Storefront tutorial, it's basically what an Amazon store is, how we can help you, and how you can stand out. Remember that we've created other tutorials such as what is an Amazon A+ content, so you can check that out. And yeah, let's get started because I know you're very busy and so am I. All right, let's go. So, quick guide, successful Amazon storefront. What is a storefront, guys? That's the first thing people are asking, right? What is a storefront? So basically it's a store, like a website within Amazon, all right? So this helps you navigate, helps the user navigate and have a better shopping experience within Amazon. Maybe it's a brand like this microphone that I'm using, Rhodes, right? So this microphone that I'm using, it's not the biggest brand in the world, but it's a pretty good brand now. But they didn't start out that huge, so just newer, correct, for filmmakers. And I like those brands. Those brands are brands that I've been using since I was in film school. And if you have a store that keeps inside of that ecosystem, all right, so you can cross promote a lot of your items. So this is a storefront that we did. And yeah, if you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to ask me questions down below in the comments, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, right? If not, you can always reach out to hello@sharestudio.com and I'll reach out to you personally. All right, so why create a free brand? It's gonna help you connect, like I just said. You're gonna create brand awareness. Remember here in Share Studio, we don't think of just helping you sell one item, we're helping you create a brand. So if you have a product that you want to scale, right, and sell other products that live within the same ecosystem, the best way to do it is to have quality content, because the content is the listing. You're gonna give a purpose, a meaning to this brand, right? So this brand is all about stay connected to your pet. And you can see it tells a story. You want to tell a story with the Amazon storefront, okay? So remember that this is for Amazon FBA and Amazon fulfilled by merchant and fulfilled by Amazon as well. You do have to have brand registry, obviously, for this. And I would recommend, obviously, you need a private label, Amazon private label. I do recommend you having at least 2 agents live. If not, it's like, I would rather you invest into really good PPC or into really good content before you invest into Amazon store. So why create one for your brand? Again, you keep them in your ecosystem. If you're selling a lot of things, you can actually keep them organized, right? So as you can see here, it has different tabs. Obviously, this is Amazon Basics, so Amazon has a lot of things. For example, let's use a supplement. So maybe you're selling for skincare, or you're selling for hair, or you're for, I don't know, nail vitalization or something like that, right? So you can subcategorize them. This way will keep them even more organized, right? You can also, very important, data. This is literally what makes us in Share Studio different from other companies, is that we are very much data driven. We do not create one content without data. It means that you need this data, all right? Because this data is going to tell you the shopping behavior, and then you'll be able to optimize your strategy to understand them better. Maybe you're getting a click on something that you didn't even think of, right? Maybe you should put that in the front of your homepage of your Amazon store. Okay, so this is just going to create a better shopping experience for your customers. Remember, these are not your customers. These are Amazon customers. You're just one of those vendors until you get enough recognition that they'll come on Amazon just to buy your brand. For example, Rhodes in New York, right? Those are brands that I already look at as a filmmaker because I already have enough experience working with them as a buyer. So how to have the best Amazon store? Obviously, have it organized. Everybody likes something that's organized. If you walk into a house and the house is not very organized, most likely you'll have a pushback. So it's just, imagine going to a gym and your weights are scattered all over the place, right? You're like, what's going on here? So it's the exact same thing. right? You need to have organization within your store, as well be dynamic. Like for example, we created this banner for our supplement banner. You can see the little coconuts here and the strawberries. And if we go back, we'll see like the vitamins in a little shelf. And here there's a button actually that pops up the ASIN. There's like a little palm tree. You can also include videos in your Amazon store. Very important. So for example, we have a client that we're developing a store right now. Guys, before we continue with my story, please remember to subscribe. It's extremely important for us that you guys subscribe, because this is literally the only motivation that we have to keep creating these videos, which do take time. It takes more than the 10 minutes that you're watching this. So please just subscribe. We really appreciate it. I would personally appreciate it. And if you want to work with us actually, and you say, I subscribe because Rafael said it on July 14th, I'll give you 10% discount, 15% discount. How about that? Let's do it. Okay, so back to my story, right? So you want to keep the content entertainment, be dynamic. You can add videos to your Amazon store. For those type of videos, remember that I think we have already a video specialized in the types of videos and why Amazon store videos have to be different. But basically, really side note, there's a lot of videos that you can put up on Amazon, right? You got the listing video, sponsor ads video, you got the related videos, you got the video for the Advanced A+, for the Premium A+, you got the Amazon store video, you got live videos. I think I mentioned them all. All those videos cannot be the same. You can't put the same exact. Could you? Physically, yes. I mean, you could manually put it, but they're not going to be effective. The listing, the Amazon store video should be more about your brand and not only the product, right? So we're working with this brand, and it's a brand started by one of our good customers, and she's been selling makeup for the past 20 years. So her point of difference is that she's a small business owner who's been in the game for 20 years, and she's been doing this by herself. Obviously, she already has a team, but she's the one who started it. So we tell that story behind, so consumers can get an emotional connection to that. That is super important. Once we implemented that, people started buying more. Why? Because you give them something to latch onto. So be dynamic, keep entertaining. The content is the listing, like it applies to everywhere, not just the listing, your brand. The content is your brand. I just saw the other day a documentary about Rolex and who started it, and the founder said the main thing about that got Rolex to where it was, obviously it was innovation, but marketing. Without marketing, Rolex would have been nothing, Obviously keep it updated, make sure that it's constantly updated. Mobile friendly, like this is like, I wouldn't even have to say this, like we all understand that mobile purchases are huge, right? And you just gotta keep increasing. That's super important. And don't only focus on the landing page. By landing page, we mean this page, right? So you have to focus on the tabs as well. Be very, like if a tab is talking about vitamin C and you have different type of vitamin C's, maybe vitamin C with something else or whatever, make that sub page or make that tab even more friendly. Like maybe have a video explaining why vitamin C is good for you, if you're selling, for example, facial care, and you have a tab about facial care, just about the face, or anti-aging, why is so important your product to have an anti-aging serum that came from the Amazon? I don't know, something. The idea here is to really give that buyer experience the best possible. And remember, the better buyer experience you give to the customer, the better Amazon is going to treat you. Why? Because you're treating their customer better. Just simple, right? So remember that you can't abandon your listing. Obviously, take advantage of the Amazon features. There's so many ways to once you get that brand registry, there's so many things you can take advantage of. Again, the Amazon A+, I'll link that video. Super important. We're actually going to make an Amazon A+ video in Spanish. If you guys are listening to this and watching the subtitles to learn, we've been getting a lot of requests that for Spanish speaking followers. And obviously don't abandon your listing. Your listing at the end of the day is what the main point of reference that your potential customers have, all right? So it's very, very important. And obviously promote your store. Promote your store on and off of Amazon. The further you reach out, the more traffic you gotta generate, the more Amazon's gonna be better towards you, basically. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. If you have any questions whatsoever, definitely reach out. Myself or my team's gonna, get back to you as soon as possible. If you do want to elevate and get more conversions, Amazon's not the same that it was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. After the pandemic, buyers are well more educated in terms of buying Amazon. They're way more comfortable buying on Amazon, but the competition has gotten more fierce. Means that you have to step up your level. You don't want to become the blockbuster, right? You don't want to become the Victoria's Secret. Even though Victoria's Secret hasn't, fully decayed, but we have Fenty Beauty, all these other brands who are breaking. So, by that being said, you always want to be innovative, just like Rolex. You always want to be doing great marketing, just like Rolex. Imagine if Rolex came out with a very bad commercial. Like, oh, does that really portray luxury? So again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Bye.